While Toronto certainly didn't pursue the title, the city is now known as the raccoon capital of North America. In some areas of Toronto, there are 150 raccoons per square kilometer. This population explosion means that spring is a very busy time of year for Brad Gates. His company specializes in getting rid of troublesome animals, and he's got a nose for his work.
We've got something living in the base of this chimney. We're gonna set the ladder up, have a look down, and see what it might be. Probably a raccoon at this time of the year. We're taking a lot of raccoons out of chimneys and attics right now. It smells like a raccoon.
When it comes time to have their kits, female raccoons in the city look for safe, secure den sites. More often than not, that means a chimney. It's the closest thing a raccoon can find to a hollow tree, which would be a typical den site in the wild. The preference for chimneys is what keeps Gates so busy. His company gets dozens of calls every spring from people who want the raccoons out.
The mother raccoon is living behind this insert, so we're going to have to pull it away from the wall and see if there are babies in behind there. I'll start by looking inside here. Oh, we have a baby right here, right at the back of the fireplace, all curled up there. It looks to be about 14 days old. Yeah, eyes still closed. Getting close though. Pretty healthy.
Female raccoons bring up the kits by themselves. The males don't den with the family, spending their days and nights alone. But Gates is very interested in keeping what's left of the family together.
Great. This is our raccoon baby release box. It's a heated box for the colder temperatures of the spring nights. And we put the babies inside here. And if we catch mom, she'll go in there as well. And she'll relocate during the nighttime. Let's see if there's more babies. Okay.
Once the fireplace is out of the way, capturing the other newborn raccoons isn't difficult. Females usually nest on fire ledges, flat pieces of metal or brick just above the fireplace itself. During an intrusion like this, the mother will move up the chimney a short way to keep a wary eye on her den.
Yeah, we got another baby. Got him.
The kits, blind and helpless for several weeks after birth, stay put.
There he is. Look at that one. Number 2.
Put him in with his sibling.
Almost out of reach. Here he comes. Here goes number 3.
They all seem to be in good shape anyway.
Yeah, they're healthy.
These raccoons will stay with their mother for up to a year before setting out on their own. And while the males usually take 2 years to reach sexual maturity, the females could be doing their part to add to Toronto's raccoon population by next spring.
That looks to be all that's in here. That's a litter of 3, which is a small litter for an urban raccoon. Maybe a young female, first time at giving birth. We'll put all this back together and we'll see if we can catch mom.
Now that all the baby raccoons have been removed, Gates has to capture the female, who's still inside the chimney. But getting her out isn't easy.
What we're going to do is drop a light down the chimney, try to get it underneath the adult raccoon. And then what we'll do is, once the raccoon starts to rise to the top, we'll put a loop around its belly, pull it out of the chimney, and then put it into a cage. Part of the problem is, with this type of removal, is we're trying to get the adult to come up through its entry hole, and we're standing in front of its entry hole. So a lot of times they hold up until they get irritated enough to feel the need to escape, and then she'll come up close enough where I can get my noose on her. 3 feet from the top. I got her. Keith, come on up. It's okay, Mom.
For years after a capture like this,
Hey,
the
Billy,
raccoons
there,
would be
Billy, there.
taken outside of the
Take this
city
from me.
and released. But now, Gates and a few other companies are starting to do things a little differently.
In almost every circumstance that provided the animals healthy, and at this time of the year when we have babies, we reunite the family members on site where the animals were originally removed. Okay, Mom. The reason for this is because they know, living here, where to find alternate den sites and alternate food supplies. It's okay, Mom. We'll give your babies back.
Several years ago, a study was done on how urban raccoons fared when they were released in the wild. Researchers found that most of them died. They just weren't adapted to living outside of the city. And Gates says most homeowners are happy to have the raccoons released near their homes, just as long as the animals can't get back into the chimney. And with a few pieces of wire mesh, Gates ensures that won't happen.
Raccoon proof.
With his home improvement finished, Gates reunites the family.
It's the baby's breeding mother. Happy to be back with your babies, huh? We generally like to relocate them onto the ground so that the mother doesn't have to make the climb up onto the roof each time to get a baby. But in this case, we have a family pet, so we want to keep them out of harm's way, and we put them on the roof so they're safe while Mom relocates the family.
Before he goes, Gates opens the release box just enough for the raccoons to leave. For now, they stay put. And it could take a couple of days before they trade the safety of the box for another home somewhere else in the neighborhood.